to do Samuel's 10-month update. That's right, buddy. 10 months. Where did all that time go? I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna be one soon. So this month we don't have any weights or measurements. Unfortunately, Sam had his first trip to the ER basically at the end of the month, the start of this current month. So on the Wednesday we went to a friend's house for a play day, and in the afternoon he started getting very clingy and just unlike him, just very sooky, not happy at all, just very sooky, very clingy and very lethargic. And I put down some maybe teething, so I just came home and I gave him some Panadol, and he pretty much went to bed really early that night, didn't you? He slept right through the night, didn't really wake up at all, and then on the Thursday morning when I had to go to work, I had to wake him up, which is quite odd to have to wake him up 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally he's up at about 6 and in bed with us by then. So I woke him up, took him down to Granddad's house, and Granddad said the same thing, that he was all lethargic in the morning and just not his normal self, not really eating, not really drinking, just not happy. Not his happy normal self. So I called out the locum when we got home, and they just said that he had a low-grade fever and a bit of a virus, and just to monitor him and see how he was going. So he slept with us in the bed on the Thursday night, and I nursed him about every hour, so it's quite tired by Friday, huh? It was like having a new baby all over again. So I nursed him every hour. When we woke up in the morning, he actually had a dry nappy, and that really started to make alarm bells ring with me. I was thinking, why is he dry? And then all of a sudden he power chucked it just everywhere, all over me, all over himself. I put him in the bath. He just sat there and just stared at the water, didn't play, didn't do anything that he normally does, just sat there, and that was, you know, a bit scary. When I took him out of the bath, he started like doing this convulsing vomiting, so he was just vomiting just clear liquid, and it was quite terrifying to watch. So I rang up the nurses, and they said to take him straight to the hospital. If I can't get him there, get an ambulance. And then I really freaked out. I'm thinking, oh my god, my little baby, what's going on? He needs to have an ambulance ride, but mummy took you, huh? We went to the emergency room. He threw up all over a doctor, all over his bed, all over the gown that they put him in. And then he was fine. About an hour and a half later, it was like you could have flicked a switch and you wouldn't have even known he was sick, and he was completely over it, happy, playing, all of his energy back. He wasn't limp anymore. He could lift his head, he could lift his arms, and we just got sent home. They just said just to monitor him. It was probably just a virus, and that's basically all that they could do. So we came home, and he's been pretty good ever since, but because he had the virus, he wasn't able to be weighed and measured. So we don't know that this month. But we can go through where he should be for his actual age, and where he sort of is for his corrected age. So he's in the 9 to 12 month milestones now. So for his social and emotional development, babies of that age should know familiar people well, and they start to withdraw from strangers. So again, like last month, he doesn't really like strangers very much. He is in love with the people that he has around him all the time. Anyone that he's met before, he can be familiar with, but at the same time, if he hasn't seen them in a long time, he's a bit wary. Just before he just wants reassurance that it's okay to go to people, and I think that's dang cute. He will start to become anxious if main carrier is out of sight. Yes, he is like that. He hates it when I'm out of sight. He can't stand it. He'll pretty much cry, and I think he's just going through a bit of a wonder week or month. He's very anxious when I'm not there. He isn't really, he kind of acknowledges his name. I'm not sure if he really knows 100% yet, but he's starting to know his name. He doesn't really give cuddles all that much yet, but again, he's only really 8 months old, so that's fine. And he still doesn't stretch his arms out to be picked up. When I go, if I say up, he doesn't know how to stretch his arms up yet. He loves to be talked to, don't you? You love to be talked to? He just loves attention. We played with, he just loves attention. He's a bit of an attention seeker, aren't you? That would be out of step for this age would be if he didn't show pleasure when people are around him. He gets very excited when Dad comes home or when I'm around, or even going to see Granddad and Grandma Susie is excited, and he gets excited when he sees Eve, his babysitter. And uh-oh, did you drop it? and his little friends. If you make eye contact with him and he's in the other room and you're not ready to pick him up yet, oh, that is a bad thing to do. That is a bad thing to do, isn't it? Yes, because you love eye contact. Who's that? So for the doing and seeing part, it says here, Sam should be able to point with his index finger, drop and throw things on purpose, can pass things easily from one hand to another, move around by crawling, bottom shuffling by 10 months, pull up to standing by 11 months, walk with hands held and feet wide apart and facing outwards by 10 to 12 months. So he's still not crawling. He can sort of get onto his belly, but he still gets one leg stuck underneath, so he's not quite at getting onto his belly yet to even be able to crawl to begin with. So he's nowhere near walking. He can stand up, but he needs me to hold him. So he'll stand up at his toys and things like that, but he likes to be held, and otherwise he'll still fall over. He can drop and throw things on purpose. Not overly. I guess he can if he really wants to. He can pick things up with his fingers. He can't point yet, so that's okay. I know that there are a lot of things yet that he will be behind on, and again, he really is only 8 months for his corrected age. So what is the matter? What's the matter? Do you want some milkies? As for speech, language and hearing, it says here, should look for quiet sounds made out of sight by 9 months. He can do that. Know the direction sound is coming from and turn. Yes, he can do that. Turn to their name by 12 months. Well, he's not 12 months and he can't do that yet. He doesn't really know his name as yet. Show pleasure in babbling loudly by 9 months. Yes, he is a babbler. He talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and doesn't shut up. Don't you? You like to talk, especially in the car. He'll just sit there and chat and chat and chat. He's just the cutest. Of certain pictures of animals, no, we haven't even got anywhere near that yet. And there may be 1 or 2 single words. Well, he can say mum and dada, but I don't know if that's just babble yet. So things that would be out of step for him at this age would be not sitting independently. His body's stiff and can't be put in a sitting position. Well, he does that, but that's just Sam being difficult, I think, isn't it? That's just you being difficult. Yes. Not starting to move around in any way. As I said, he is starting to move. He can get onto like his belly, but he still gets one of his legs stuck underneath him, so he's not quite there yet. This month I did return to work. It was a little bit earlier than what I anticipated, but I got offered a position that I couldn't turn down. It's very, very family friendly, family focused practice. I'm a dental nurse and a receptionist there, so I have a lot of fun. It's great for me to just have a little bit of adult time, which I think I've neglected for myself. And I think having a preemie baby, unless you've had a preemie baby, you don't really understand how hard it is to leave your baby with anybody. It's very hard to trust, and because I was forced to leave my baby at the hospital and not take him home like most mums can, it was quite hard for me to adjust not having him around all the time. But the people that I work with are fantastic. They've made my transition into the workforce really, really easy, and it's just the transition then for Sam to go to his granddad's house, or my friend from my mum's group, Eve, who watches him on Mondays and Tuesdays as of next month. I think it's next month. It's just been such a good transition. Like, he's so happy. He's just doing really, really well, and I'm just so proud of how far he's come. He does still have his lazy eye. At work today, I met an optometrist and she said to bring him in and she's going to do a check for him. Probably the easiest thing to do to fix that lazy eye at this stage would be to wear a patch for a few hours a day on the good eye. So we're going to check that out and make sure that we can do everything in our power to be able to fix the problem before it comes to surgery. I would rather not. If he can see fine, that would make me so happy. Wouldn't it? That would make mummy happy. something like this.